So it looks like King Pill and Giuno went to New York with ADAM22. And it kind of looks like they on some blood to blood get down, linking up with other bloods coast to coast. Even though it was like some little dabs of Crips and Crip activity going on. However, it just definitely looks like it's some coast to coast, blood to blood get down. Even when you add on who's and they live stream and they, communicating with the New York people and just all of these things going on recently, that's how it looked. And not only that, but you guys is doing these things with ADAM22, the no jumper platform that right now at this very moment has the telescope from the feds. They are definitely tuning in with no jumper for information. I'm not saying that they're not tuning in with other platforms for information, but right now we definitely can stamp it as a fact that they are definitely tuning in with no jumper. What's going on in California pertaining to the DAs and gangs and all that, it's not necessarily going on like that in like New York, Atlanta, other places. They DAs is actually trying to put Rigos on people. They trying to grab people by the group and lock people up by the group. Right now in Cali, that's not necessarily the case. You got enhancements and stuff that's getting faded out that it used to be more of a problem. Right now that's not that much of a problem. You got some gang injunctions, but that's not just going around so heavy, and people are able to be loud with the gang shit without actually really having to like pay a price, like just for being from a gang like that, so to speak, right? What dudes gotta know is start paying attention to some of these cases that be going on. All these group cases, these Rico cases and stuff like that, Young Thug and them, Big U and them, pay attention. So you could probably grab something that can be very educational to you and how you carry yourself and how you move. You can tell how they wasn't feeling Big U linking with other 60s in Jersey. You can tell how they wasn't liking Young Thug communicating with other Damus and stuff from other states and all this stuff from here, and here. You can tell they don't like that stuff. You got to be mindful because all it gonna take is one of y'all on each side of the fence with a couple other dudes popping it on the phone and stuff, FaceTime or whatnot, talking about how like, yeah man, we could really run the whole world, or we could run the industry, we could run anything you saying you could run, by y'all saying, yeah, we just bringing this stuff together, yeah, we the biggest, the Woo movement, however you want to go about it. And when that get picked up from law enforcement, that stuff is going to turn into something very serious, even if y'all just popping it. That's going to be everything they need to start trying to grab y'all up for conspiring to further this criminal organization. In California, the Bloods and the Crips are not organizations. They are groups. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Or street gangs, if you will. Now, some people can tell, like, where it's unity at and where it's some structure at. If you know, you know. But just overall, it's so defunctionable. I don't know, y'all know the word, whatever. It's just so all over the place that you can't, it's not organized. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no real table giving out orders and everybody is taking it from that. Like, it's no real like organization with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a blood might see a blood and that could be, there is no love. It can be that if they are, these Damus beef with these Damus, these Crips beef with these Crips, it's gonna be heavy, and a lot of people gotta know that that's kind of a pro and a con situation. Like, on one hand, you probably would wish that everything was more structured and organized. For whatever reason, it would be better for you. But then on the other hand, that is one of the reasons why a lot of people ain't in jail, because the lack of organization. A lot of people don't know no better. People just want to get a viral moment, get some clout. A lot of people have came to the conclusion like, shoot, clout and viral is how we succeed in this day and time. But we also got to know that clout and viral was one of the worst things we ever chased and put in our community. Because the moment we start being big on clout and viral, law enforcement laid back. Because as long as we want to be viral and chase clout, we will always give law enforcement everything they need. And I'm talking about with the ease. They don't have to ask when we already giving it to them. You get me? So it's like what they used to have to do and launch an investigation, like in a hard form, probably be on the plane and all kind of stuff at the airport and all that stuff, trying to tell King Pill and them. Nowadays they don't got to, because you gonna put it in their face on the internet. We from East Coast, they from West Coast. We linking up, we all bloods. Let's go. We got people on the podcast from the jails, from the streets. We organizing stuff. That's a lot. I know it might not seem like that's what it is, but believe me, that's how they gonna try to put that in the pile and dish it out. They linking up from the jails to the streets, from the coast to the coast. That looks strong. So I'm just saying, dudes got to be more mindful out here and be careful. I know we come from a culture to where the gangbang stuff has always been loud and upfront. But right now, people got to catch up with the times and know what's all going on. I'm not even trying to sound very smart about it, but these are just the thoughts that I have, and I feel like it was worth me putting it out there. I'm sure y'all probably caught it. So that's that. And I wasn't trying to take no shots at nobody in this video, anything of that sort. I was just trying to keep it a Benji like I always do. But y'all make sure y'all keep tuning in with me. Hit the like on the videos that you like. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notifications so you can get an alert. Jump in the comments and keep it a Benji. If not, don't jump in at all. And I'ma always keep it real with the game, while others do something strange for a little piece of change. I'm out.